Hi everyone, I think I am live. I am going to go back to YouTube. I have to put myself on live first before I can go to YouTube and then change it so that I can see the comments that you guys leave. I don't know if anybody has joined yet. I am bad about saying that I'm going to go live, but I'm live. Oh, it looks like something silly posted. I'm going to have to delete that. I was about to go live. Well, actually, I did go live for like 2 seconds, and then the postman came and knocked on the door, and I had to sign for an overseas package that I had purchased from Etsy. So, well, that looks like the only one that's even on here. Why do I have such a hard time doing this? I can't see your comments, guys. I want to see if anybody's on. This shouldn't be that difficult. I have one viewer, so I don't know if that's me or if that's somebody else. But anyway, today we are going to talk about all things podcast. So let me just get started and I'll figure out this live thing. I promise that I will, where I can see you guys' comments. But I have an hour because I have to go pick up my dog at 4. It's 3 o'clock my time. I have to pick him up at 4 from the groomer. I don't know if this would make it better or worse. I don't know. Well, not the groomer, but he's getting a bath and getting his nails cut, and he's getting the spa treatment. So this is his turn to do that. So my name is Tammy. I am a crafter slash knitter slash mom slash wife slash friend slash boss lady slash lots of things, just like a lot of you out there in YouTube world. And I really love all the different things in my life. It's so much fun, but I am loving to knit. And this is a newer craft for me, but I have been loving to watch the podcasts. And I feel like I am paying something back, paying it forward when I am able to do a podcast for y'all. So that's the reason I'm doing this. This is number 4 for me. I have done a few lives. If you look at my history, if you're new to my channel, you can look back on lots of the videos that I continue to do. But I'm trying to do a podcast once a week for everyone so that I can show you things that I've been working on, things that I've finished, maybe some new techniques I've learned, and just kind of chit chat and have some fun. So that's what we're here for. And unfortunately, I know that I've mentioned that I can't see the comments right now. I'm gonna maybe try to pull you guys up if I can find my mouse. I have it buried under all of my whips, my works in progress. Goodness, I can't see. Oh Lordy. So anyway, it looks like my computer shut off and now I have to re-sign in. It's not worth all that. So I'm just going to go on forward and just not be able to see your comments. So I apologize. If anyone could comment that I can't see comments, I would appreciate it because I can't see them. But if you want to write them or maybe save them to the end and put them in the comment section underneath the video, I will try to answer questions from the previous video. So like from today's video next time, or any comments that have accumulated, I will try to answer them next time. So anyway, I am live from Fishers, Indiana, which is just north of Indianapolis in the middle of the state in the United States. And I have been knitting since December of 2017. So again, not very long, but I am really loving it. I did take a couple of months of break where I didn't do it, it seems, but then I got back into it and I am heavy into it and I really love it. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. I do have my cell phone here so that if any of my friends text or whatever, I can still get to it. And it looks like there's something going on at work. I worked today, but I work in IT. And everything was good when I checked out, but now it looks like I have 18 all of a sudden messages. So I'm trying to quickly see what is going on, and it doesn't look like there's anything that's an emergency. So yeah, I'm just double checking. Okay, so I think I'm good. All right. This has been a really stressful week for me, both at work and at home. Just lots of things going on. I can't even get into it, or I don't really want to get into it, but goodness gracious, I am so glad that it's the weekend. And my husband's aunt and I decided to do a little impromptu trip to Tennessee. So we are going to go there this weekend. But my daughter goes to college about an hour north, and she's going to be here in Indianapolis tomorrow with her roommates for they're doing a dorm something or another. And she said that she could come a little bit early and meet me for coffee if I wanted to. And of course I said yes, because I cannot wait to see her and squeeze her and give her a big hug. And her roommates too. They're great. So I think we're all going to meet at Starbucks. So after that, I'm going to be able to Tennessee with Dennis's aunt. We have a hotel for a couple of nights. I'm going to bring some knitting. We want to go visit the grave of, her name is Deb, of Deb's mom, my husband's grandma, who passed away earlier this year. So it'll be nice for them to, well, for her to, and for me to pay my respects or whatever. But just to kind of revisit. And, when she was there, when we were there for the funeral, she was kind of discombobulated and really, it was also brand new. I think that it'll be good for her to have a little bit of time this time and just kind of have a girls' weekend. It'll be kind of nice. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't done anything with his aunt like that ever before, so that'll be new for all of us, but I think that it'll be fun and it will help take some of the stress away. Some of the stress that I have going on, I know I caused myself, and others of it, it's just because I'm a new empty nester, and that's a little bit stressful for somebody who is kind of a hovering helicopter mom like I am. I don't know. I think I've gotten better, but it is, I'm so used to having my kids around. It's very weird not having them around. Um, but anyway, I am also, let's see, I am also working on my yarn storage upstairs, and I have posted a few pictures on Instagram. And if any of you guys want to see any more pictures, just let me know. But I had pictures of um, some cubicles, I guess I could call them, that I have yarn stored in, and I've also accumulated a little bit more since then. And I'm really working hard on trying to create an inventory. And I had a list, but I don't know what I did with it. I don't know that I brought it in here. I was trying to hurry since I know I don't have a ton of time to get this done. And I wanted to go live because I just love you guys. And I love to do this. It's a lot of fun. I wish I could see your comments, and I apologize that I can't. Maybe if I tried now, I don't want to make you guys keep waiting, but I can kind of still talk while I'm doing that. I don't have any real finished objects to talk about today, unfortunately. I wish that I did. I do have a hoe, though, which is a half object. So I have a half finished object. Yeah, I don't think this one is it. And it should say that I have another one, and this is not it. I need to delete this one because it's crazy. Usually I just go to my video manager and check my videos, and it's up there. But last time I was on, I talked about somebody named Skane Deer, and she is awesome. She is Norwegian, and she has some wonderful, wonderful patterns on Ravelry. And if you guys want to check her out, you're more than welcome can. And I have been working on one, and I have a hoe to show you. So look at this. Yay! Now I can kind of hold it like this and show you, and it looks all right. It has the cute little snowflake, you can kind of tell. But when I show you the second snowflake, I promise I wasn't drunk when I was doing it. I lost count somewhere, and it was hard to tell. But honestly, I don't even care. I think it looks all right. It's not obviously the best. Doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like, but heck on it, I made it. So I'm pretty proud of it. And the back is all right. The thumb, though, I think I made it way too big. This is the first time I've ever made a mitten, so I wasn't exactly sure how to follow the thumb. But let me show you what it looks like on. I love how it goes down far, so when you put on your jacket or your coat, it'll cover it. My hands are really big, so it kind of is, I don't want to say snug, but it's definitely, my fingertips are right here for sure, and I have fingernails, so I could probably poke a fingernail through if I wanted to, which of course I don't. And my thumb doesn't look too bad when it's on, I don't think, but it is definitely, I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of room on my thumb. I probably made it twice the size that you could. But I will say they're kind of hard, at least for me. I haven't made, like I said, I haven't ever done a thumb before, but that's just a little bit of an area that you're working on really tightly, trying to get that going. So I don't know. I'm sure that I screwed it up because I think it's supposed to be more like that, like a half thumb, half the size of what it is. But I could probably even do that to it and be all right if I wanted to sew it up a little bit. I don't even know if I care that much because it's just, I just have a big thumb. It does kind of look a little funny. Maybe I will, but I don't know. And it's supposed to have the patterning all around it and even on this side, but it was, like I said, the thumb was hard, and I just thought, I'm gonna stop it while I'm ahead ish and go with it. So I do have one finished. I'm hoping to do the next one this week, but I'm sure that it won't be exactly the same. I'm sure I will mess it up, and I think I even messed up the whole striping a little bit because I think that it should be more like that with the stripes on each side, and then the stripe is supposed to go all the way up and over and then down, and you can see where I messed up, and the count was just off and I screwed up. So I'm not worried about it though. This is for me, so I'm not, I mean, seriously, I think it looks pretty decent compared to what I had in my head, wondering if I'd ever be able to do it, and the thought of it being kind of difficult to do. I'm kind of proud of it, so I don't mind at all that it's not exactly what it's supposed to be. But yeah, if you guys want to get this pattern, you can go to Skandier on Ravelry, and she has a mitten knit along through December where you get 4 patterns, one each month from September, October, November, and December. And I think she has like prizes and stuff. I don't even know if she has prizes. I was more excited about being able to get 4 really cool patterns and to try them out. So this first month is for me. Hopefully next month I will have learned and have something that I can gift. I'm even kind of thinking of doing the next glove, which the mitten that I need to start working on, the opposite, where I do everything that you see in yellow, make that white, and everything in white, make it yellow. So they'll be the same, but different. And it'll kind of look like I know that they were supposed to be different. And hopefully I'll make the next snowflake. Hopefully that one will look better than this one. So I don't know. I don't really care that much. And yeah, so that's that, but that's what I'm working on. That's one of the works in progress, but that is definitely a half finished object, lovingly called a hoe, which I think is funny. I think as knitters, very witty group. Oh, I do have a finished object. I said I didn't, but I do. I forgot I finished this last night. This is a Christmas stocking. I showed Alex's and Dennis's last week, and this one is Katie's. I made it the same as I made Alex's. I put a crocheted, I don't know what this is called, but I did the little initial crochet line and made the little hook for hers, and she picked out her colors. She wanted pink and white, so that is what she got. And then I have a whip, which is my stocking, in this bag. And we started working on this last night. I haven't done any of it today, but I will maybe be able to finish it today. So mine kind of looks like an elf, I think. And I think it'd be a really cute hat made something similar to this. So if I have enough of this yarn left, I may work on like kind of a long knitted hat that comes down. And I think I have more of each color upstairs. So I think I'll have enough to do that. But that's a whip that I am working on. I actually need to put it, instead of in this bag, I need to put it in a project bag that I got. And I did do videos on I am doing videos of all of my newly acquired things. So you will see a video on it, or this in a video, but look how cute this project bag is. Oh my gosh. Isn't that adorable? It's so cute. And it has a little lining. And this is from Jibby, Jibby, Jibby Roo Sews. So if you guys are interested in a project bag, I think her prices are phenomenal, and she's on Etsy. And like I said, you guys, I will post a video. I haven't even edited it or uploaded it or anything yet, But I will do a video of like all of the things that I get separately, just because that's the way I like to keep track of things. And then I have my instructions in here for this. So I'm just going to put those down in there. Oops, get my little needle in there. Get in there, needle. And so now I have my Christmas stocking in my Christmas project bag. I have a couple other things. This is another bag that she made. Oh, I was like, what is this? That's right. I started a new hat, and this is called Jason's Cashmere Hat. And that's what it looks like. It's the cute cabled hat. I think it looks adorable, and I am really excited about it. I'm not sure who I'm going to gift this to. I'm thinking either my son or my daughter's boyfriend. So David or Alex, I'm not sure which. But I'm knitting my husband a hat now, and I didn't bring that in because I showed that last weekend, and I haven't done a whole lot with it. I have seriously been working on my last whip most of the week, but I did get a chance to play a little bit, and I did just start this too. I had to get some new things on the needles because I'm just dying of castitis. I have so many things I want to do, so I had to start some new projects. And I started and finished Katie's stocking, and I started mine, and I'll hopefully be finished with that tonight or tomorrow morning. And then this will take a little bit of time, and Dennis's hat is taking time. Dennis's hat, I just keep it in my purse, and when we're somewhere that I can knit a little bit, I do. And I just do a little bit at a time. I'm not in a hurry with that project. It's fine where it's at. I'm cool with it. But last time I know that we talked about the cowl that we are doing, and I say we because my friend Jess is from Australia. Hi, Jess. I know she's not watching right now because it is 3:21 in the morning where she is, and I cannot see you guys' comments. I see that I'm getting a few more viewers, but I can't see your comments. I couldn't find it on my YouTube, and I didn't really try too awfully hard. I need to get better at that, and I promise that I will work on that. But I have to be off to get my dog at 4. So I thought, well, instead of spending a lot of time trying to figure things out right now, I was just going to spend time talking to you guys and chatting and all of that good stuff. So I will go back and read the comments. And if you have questions, I'll try to answer them next time. So the last time we talked about our cowl, our knit along, which can also be a crochet along, whatever you want to do along. And we're doing a mood blanket, and I am super excited about it. And this was all Jess's idea. She said that her mom had done it, and what you do is you pick different colors to represent different moods, and then you just knit each day for an entire year until you have a blanket. So the way that I am doing it, and we explain this on the Ravelry group. So if you go to TT.Scraps, if you go to Ravelry, if you are so inclined, if you're a knitter or a crocheter or anything, you probably already know about Ravelry. And if you don't, go and plan on spending a few hours there, or at least an hour, because it is a rabbit hole, and I could easily spend an hour. But there's groups that you can join, and there's pages in the groups. And so my group is called TT.Scraps Knits. And then there is a link in there with the cowl, and you can ask questions, you can chat about it, you can show your progress, whatever you want to do. It's really kind of fun. So I haven't really gotten a lot into it yet, but it's less than a week old, and things will happen and they'll progress as they progress. But Jess over in Australia, she is a moderator too, so she can answer questions. And this really, I just came along for the ride. It was her kind of idea to do it, but I was so excited. So my yarn came, and we're starting this in September. So that means from September 1st, I had to keep track of my mood, and I'm doing that with an app that's called Year in Pixels. All of that is linked in last week's podcast if you're interested. And I got my yarn this like week. I think I got it on Monday or Tuesday. So I had to work hard to get it all going. And so my colors, I did 5. Trying to show you all of them. So I have 5 colors. These two look the same, but they're different. One is green, this one's green, this one's blue, this one's lavender, there's a darker pink, and then a lighter pink. And so my lighter pink is for excited days. My green is for happy days, along with my darker pink. Lavender is for regular days, and blues are for days when I'm feeling a little stressed or having a bad day or depressed or any of that. So unfortunately, right now, I have more blue than I like to have, but what can I say? I even left the blue attached in case I'm that today as well. So here so far, though, is my blanket, and I have caught up to where we are, and I am super excited. And we're doing the August baby blanket, which will look like this at the end, but I'm doing it in 3 different panels. So I'm going to have a panel of 4 months and then 4 months and then 4 months. And actually the way that I'm doing it is across. So I have to start this panel, and then next month I will start the next panel, and then the next month I will start that next panel, and then I will go. So that way when the blanket is finished and I'm looking at it, I can see January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I can see it that way. And that's just the way that it made sense to me. So I did make myself a table, and I can keep track of the months and how many rows I did of each. And then this is the next panel, and this is the next panel. So I have 3 panels. This is the first month of this panel, first month of the second panel, first month of the third panel. And I can just keep track to make sure that my rows match, even though the colors might not match, the rows will match. So I thought that was kind of a good way to do it. So that's how I am keeping track of that. And so it's like that chevron-y blanket, which looks pretty cool. And this is a free pattern download on Ravelry. Yeah, there's patterns galore. So if you go to Ravelry and you want to look up the August baby blanket, you can pull up the pattern for that too. So again, here is mine. It took me a while to catch up. I am cutting each time, so I have a lot of loose ends that I'm going to need to hide away. And I probably will do that as we go, but just not yet. And I will say that it's a little bit tricky. The count is a little bit tricky to stay on count, and I know that I've lost it once or twice. So I'm trying now to put these little progress keepers on each, after each 13 knits, you have to do something else. So I'm trying to keep those there so that I know that that's where I need to start thinking about doing something else, because my blanket to this far is going to look like no other just because I've customized it unintentionally. But yeah, so, and I really have too long of a cord on here. I wasn't sure when I started how I was going to do it. It's kind of, the whole thing is kind of a work in progress. This is my first blanket ever that's like a real blanket. I've done throws and I've done like baby sized blankets, but this is my first real blanket. This is my first chevron pattern. This is my first mood blanket. I mean, lots and lots of firsts on this, so lots of learning, but it's been fun so far, and I'm continuing it, and I've used all the colors so far. I even messed up here. You can see how I purled instead of knitted for that little bit, but I'm not frogging it. I'm not taking it back. And some people have asked what frog means, and that simply means that you're ripping it away. And the reason they call it frog is because you rip it, rip it, rip it. So it sounds like a frog. You're just literally unknitting everything that you knit. And it's a disaster to do, and it's so heart-wrenching, but sometimes you just have to do it. But I don't think that this blanket is necessarily a ripping or a frogging blanket for me. If I screw up, I'm just going to let it be screwed up, because there's so many different things that could go wrong with this. And since I'm new at it, and it's really just going to be a blanket for me, I'm not going to be like super particular about it or whatever. So that's that. That has taken up most of my knitting time. I've spent a ton of time figuring out how I wanted to do it, making the pattern, not making the pattern, but making the layout for the pattern, like how I wanted to do it, creating the spreadsheet, working the spreadsheet, figuring it all out. So I had spent a lot of time on that, but now that I'm in the middle of it, it should go a lot easier. And literally, I did yesterday's this morning, and it took me about 15 minutes to do the rows that I had to do. So it gets a lot easier, but the first part of it is a little bit tricky, and then it gets a little easier. And then I have this cute bag. Isn't this adorable? It's like a fall bag. There's no hedgehogs on it, unfortunately, but it's flannel, and it came with my sheets. And I had just purchased new sheets because it's fall and I wanted something nice and comfy on my bed. And they came in this. I didn't even think about it until I took them out of this, and I was like, what What? I can use that as a project bag. It already had the drawstring, everything. I'm even thinking of tying these together, but I don't know. It's so far it's working out fine. But if I tied them together, I could have a little handle. I don't know if I want a handle though. But I mean, it's a big bag and it holds all my balls, so it's good. I like it. So there's that. So that's my whip, or all of my whips, I think. Whew. We're 30 minutes in, and I just got finished with my whips. But seriously, that's what we're here for, right? We're knitting, girls and gals, and I'm excited about it. And again, if you guys are just joining me, I cannot see your comments right now, and I apologize. But I will go back and look, and I will try to answer anything. If I don't answer them via messaging or chat or whatever it's called, I will try to answer them next time. I am keeping notes of everything. I have been pretty good about that this time. So hopefully that will continue. So when I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that I've talked about everything. So I talked about this week. I talked about Taz being at the groomer, my projects, my finished objects, my whips. Ooh, and I said my finished objects, I didn't have any, but I did. I had a Christmas stocking. When I wrote this yesterday, I didn't have any, but I finished that Christmas stocking last night for Katie. And there is something called UFOs, which are unfinished knitting projects or something like that. And I have a scarf that I have on a loom that may become a UFO. I don't know. And if it does, I will try to let you know. I could maybe get it if you guys want to see it. I don't know how interested you are, but I also have some other works in progress that I'm working on. Is that shawl for me. I haven't done anything with it since last time I saw you guys, unfortunately. It's a lace pattern, so it takes a lot of thinking power. And with the stressful week that I've had and the thinking power that blanket has taken me, it took all my thinking power away. So I didn't even get it open. I didn't even look at it. Katie's stocking, I can cross that out. I told you about the hat for Dennis, and I'm still working on the sweater for Katie. I did do a little bit of that. I've probably done about this much more of just the back side of the sweater for Katie, so I still have to work on that. But that is everything that I'm working on right now. And I did tell you guys a little bit about the Ravelry page and TT.Scraps and TT.Scraps Knits, so check that out if you guys are interested. Even if you don't want to join the knit along, and I have a friend who said that she wants to join the knit along, but she doesn't really want to do a mood blanket, but instead she wants to do a gratitude blanket, and she's going to think of things to be grateful for, and she's going to pick whatever she wants to be thinking about that day, and that's the section that she'll knit. So that sounds fabulous. I mean, make it your own. That's fine. This is just fun and kind of a way to all get community. So Janie, I'm so happy that you're doing it, and she's going to crochet. So fabulous. Bring it on, whatever you want to do. Stash enhancements. I did, like I said, I want to try to do individuals of everything. So be sure to check those out for details about things that I have gotten and exciting new finds. And then I'm also going to do a knitter's Christmas or gift idea. I'm Christian, so I have Christmas, but whatever you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate, if you just have a knitter that you want to buy something for, or birthday or whatever, or if you're a knitter and you want something new, treat yourself. I am going to make a Christmassy type list of gift ideas. Probably I'm thinking of posting that in November-ish, just so I'm trying to keep a running tally of things to put in there. And one thing that I have is this butter bar. It's a shea and cocoa butter bar, and this one looks like a ball of yarn, and it smells amazing. This one smells like almond. The one that I'm using actually smells like pumpkin spice, and that pumpkin spice one is so good. The almond is good, but if I had to repurchase, I would definitely get the pumpkin spice. And these are $6 at jonesgardens.etsy.com. And I do have a video with these, so check them out if you're interested. She charges $6 and free shipping in the US. So tell her that I sent you if you don't mind, just because I think that's nice to spread. But oh, it smells so good. And I'm keeping this one new so that I can show it in my favorites, because it definitely is going to make the gift list because I love it. So there's that. A couple other things that I purchased. I got some Expression Fiber Arts yarn. That is like a luxury yarn for me. I've already taken it upstairs and I did do a video on it so you guys can see it, but oh my gosh. I love her yarn. And Shandy from Expression Fiber Arts is on YouTube, and she's actually the person who taught me to knit via YouTube videos. So if I can learn from her beginner videos, you can too if you're excited to try. She even does crochet, so I need to sit down and learn those too after I have 18 million other things done. That's where it falls on the list. Although it's still on the priority A, it's down the ways a little bit because I have so many things going on. I also got some yarn from Michaels this week. I also got, I don't think I told you guys about the plaid yarn, but if you look, you'll see that I did a video on some yarn that's supposed to make a plaid pattern when you knit it or crochet it. So I am dying to get that on some needles and see what that looks like. But how cool is that? I mean, what? So that's pretty exciting. I am working on my knit-worthy list. I actually have it in this book. I'm trying to keep things together. So I have like a stash section where I'm keeping my stash. I have a queue section where I'm keeping things that I want to do in queue. And then I'm also keeping a be knit-worthy list, and I'm putting down people that are knit-worthy and then ideas of things that I have for them. And that is hard, and it's okay to have friends and family that aren't knit-worthy. It is absolutely okay. I am being fine with that because it takes a lot of time and effort to figure out what you want to do for them, and then making sure that you can do it for them, and then actually doing it for them. You want to make sure it's something that they will use and appreciate and all that good stuff. So don't be afraid to make your list too, because not everybody that I do Christmas gifts for or birthday gifts for is knit-worthy. And then I'm also doing some charity hats too, so I have that going on. Things that I am dying to cast on are slippers for Katie. I really want to start working on those, and slippers for me. The other Norwegian uh, mitten, I have some Christmas garland that I am working on. Well, not, I haven't even started, but I want to work on. It's from Craftsy, and if I remember right, it has like little mittens and little sweaters and little hats. So I think it's going to be a little difficult just because the things are really small. And according to that thumb that I did on the mitten, that's a struggle for me. So there's that. And then I also want to work on hats for my guys. So Dennis I'm working on, and then I have one either for Alex or David, and then I need to do another one for either Alex or David. And I haven't even picked out the other pattern yet. I'm also working on my patterns. I got a file cabinet, just a plastic tote kind of that holds dividers or file folders, and I bought different colored file folders just because they were cheaper than buying a solid color. So I did the rainbow. I didn't care. And I am seriously, they are spread out on my couch right now. And when I get home from getting Taz tonight, I will probably work on that and watch something on YouTube while I do it. So there's that. Some of my favorite things this week are Ravelry. I can't tell you guys enough about that site. I think it's awesome. And for you guys that might be new knitters, I really hope that you check it out, or new crocheters, new to the fiber arts, because it's just amazing. There's so many free patterns, so much fun, so many things that you can do, so many groups to join, so many people you didn't know were out there. It's just crazy. It's kind of like Facebook, but better because everybody is knitting and, well, yarning, and everyone is sharing their stuff, and it doesn't get, I'm sure there are groups that get personal and all of that, but for the most part you can, I mean, there's no drama, at least as far as I have been. I'm not in any groups that I'm like been messing in or any of that, but I'm sure that there is some of that because there always is, but you can easily stay away from it, it feels like, so that's fun. And the things that I've learned, I learned a Norwegian cast on, and what did I do that for? I did it for that glove. Where's the glove? Which one are you in? This one, right? No. This one. Didn't see it. My hedgehog. Yes. So I did a Norwegian cast on, and this cast on is really, really elasticy. I don't know, stretchy. That's a better word. And I'm not the best at it yet, but it's very much like the long tail cast on, except for there's a couple more twists. And but I think it's pretty exciting. I like it, and I'm excited to try it even on other things that you might want to have a lot of elasticity, such as maybe a hat or maybe some slipper or something like that. I think that this cast on is a good one to know. So I would suggest learning that. This thumb looks so funny to me. It just looks so big. I don't know. Maybe I will fix it because that does look so much better. I literally went like twice as big as I was supposed to. Oh well. Live and learn, right, baby? We'll get there. So it's all right. All right. Actually, I think that having no chats and having the chat not on and my friends that normally join, I told them that I was going live, but I told them like right before I went live that I was going live. Oh, and I do have an emergency change control that I have to sign. I can find it. So I think that, I have gotten through my list. Oh, I didn't completely finish it. Hold on. Let me take care of this real quick. I do want to learn how to, and if any of you guys know how or know a good place for me to go besides YouTube, I can Google it and figure it out, but I want to be able to insert pictures in here. So if I don't have something with me, I can say, oh, this was really neat. Boom, here it is. And you guys can see it. So I need to learn how to do that, especially on a live. That would be, I think, handy. It'd be handy in my regular videos too, but I think in the live, it would be really cool. So I need to learn that. I'm also, yarn tees I wrote. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yarn tees. I will have to wait on that one because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll write myself a little question mark. And then also I wrote on here project bags. So that's a goal. I am trying to, well, I bought a pattern for project bags, and I bought some fabric and some interfacing and some rope, and I am going to try to make some project bags. I'm excited, but it's crazy because I don't need another hobby. But I already have kind of a sewing hobby. I can't really say that I sew, but I dabble in it. I can hem something, or I can make it a little smaller, or I have it embroiders. My machine also is an embroidery machine, so I have done some embroidery. I need to take the embroidery part to get it just seasoned and back to where it needs to be, just service, because it's been a while. I haven't used it, and it seems to be bunching up the yarn, and it's kind of frustrating. So I'm going to take that in and get that work done. But I actually have two. So I have a sewing machine, and then I have the embroidery machine that also sews, but I don't really use that one as a sewing machine. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. And so I'm going to try my hand at that. And if I get good, maybe that would be something cool to be able to do too. And it is really cool having a project bag for each of my projects. I have decided that I really like that. And someone pointed out that, when you spend a lot of money on the yarn and you're spending a lot of time doing it, you want it to be safe, and you want it to be nice, and you want it to be fun to open up and to get into. So all of those are perfect reasons for me, twist my arm, to have me purchase some project bags. So that's what I did, and I am excited about that too. So I think that is everything. And that gives me 15 minutes before I have to get my dog. So it worked out perfectly. I'm really glad that I went live when I did. I'm sorry that I didn't tell anyone. I should probably make some sort of announcement before I do and then do. It's just hard to do that sometimes. I need to think on that. Tell me what you guys would like. I can't promise that's what I'm going to do, because I can say that just going live is so much easier than preparing and knowing and doing all of it. So I don't know. It's a hard decision. But I do appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching either live or post live. And again, let me know if you have any questions, and I will do my best to answer them on the next podcast, which will hopefully be next Thursday or Friday. So there's a kind of an idea, and it'll be after work, so about this time or later. And if there's a time or something that might work better for you guys, you may comment on it. Again, no promises, but I try to do what I can, so I'll try to do what I can. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go pick up my dog and I'm gonna go get a Starbucks because I have a free reward. So yay! And I even might be the time. I don't know. Is this the time where it's buy one get one free? If it is, then I'll have to get one for Dennis. I'll surprise him and treat him. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Love you all. Bye bye.